Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Certified Savage Weed and Wrestling is the session. I am Timothy the Cannabis Belt. And joining me today,
We got Nick Nat, Patty Whack, Give a Dog a Bone, Lexington, South Carolina. You can get at me. My social media on Instagram, Nick Nat 97 at Pitboy, or you can get at me on Facebook at Nicholas Montgomery.
okay, so what you want me to call you for the show? Nick or Nat? What the fuck?
You can call me Nick, my man.
Hey, okay, so off before we started recording, you was venting about the TKO merger and the things that you don't like. So I'm gonna give you
Right.
your time to kick it off with number one.
All right. For number one, I don't like how TK is doing things. For number one, WWE seems a whole lot different since the merging with TKO and the UFC. Because from what I've been looking at, not to get off subject for a minute, they say the UFC been kind of having the same issues when they first got with TKO. And what I mean by that is, believe it or not, TKO has actually had the WWE in debt, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't think I'm saying that correctly, but I think I am. I think they're in debt by like a couple billions of dollars. So with that being said, ticket prices have skyrocketed because I've been a fan. I've been going to shows and stuff like that, and ticket prices are ridiculous now, man.
Can you,
And
can you still afford to go?
I can still afford to go, man, but it's just like years ago, man, maybe like 5, 6 years ago, man, I didn't have to pay like 300, maybe $500 for a seat ticket, man.
Well, if you like them seats, I like. They went from like 5 grand to 30,000, 40,000.
See what I'm saying?
So
And me personally, if I don't think everybody paying attention to it, like we getting a bunch of pay-per-views back to back, man. Like we just had what was the previous pay-per-view we just had?
backlash.
We just had Backlash, and last night was Money in the Bank. Like really?
Well, that's threefold. That's the monetary value of the WWE taking all of that upfront money from Peacock and Netflix. So now they don't have to run quote unquote pay-per-views. They run special events. So they can churn them out as much as they want, and as much as they give you free, they hurt AEW in the process because AEW is still doing this shit for bread and meat. So
Right.
their ticket prices at AEW is a fraction of what WWE is, but the show is different.
I can totally agree on that. We get more with AEW. We get more wrestling than we do with WWE. WWE is more like a. I hate to say it like this because I'm a true wrestling fan. WWE is more of a sitcom now. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm gonna clue you in. Check this out from a
Right.
historical perspective, because I'm like 44 or some shit like
Right.
that. They always been the comedy show.
Right.
The Southern Wrestling, NWA, um, World Class, Tennessee Wrestling. See, that's wrestling. What the
Right.
WWE is has always been sports entertainment. They're superstars. So
Right.
they do have the longest reigning action episodic series, but it's not wrestling. It's in the wrestling genre, but they're not really wrestling.
Okay. 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 Well, if you explain that, it makes a whole lot more sense coming from you and how you explained it just now.
Yeah, Vince
But
McMahon always wanted to be what's that motherfucking name who did the circus? Barnum and Bailey. He always wanted to be bigger than wrestling.
true. Now that is true. We can all agree that is Vince McMahon.
Yeah, so they still running the same blueprint. The blueprint hasn't changed. It's just the players in charge and the people running the show. And if you look at who's running the show, it's Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and NXT. It's still Vince's guys.
But watch this though. Rumor has it Triple H might be out of a job in the next 18 months.
Hey, check this out. They'll fire The Rock before they fire Triple H.
Nah.
No one.
Okay. I could agree to disagree with that.
Okay, no, here, no one. You can't bring in nobody who can run this fucking company the way it is supposed to be run. Triple H is the kind of the key to the car. He knows how Vince want it run. He know how TKO want it run, and he know how it's supposed to be run. You're not gonna find all three of them in one.
Okay.
He gonna have to quit, or something gonna have to come out like he was getting pissed videos or whatever his father-in-law was on. He was on. Or he just sick of The Rock. One of them might be true, but for them to
Right.
fire him, that's a mistake.
That's a mistake. I can totally agree on that, but we seen I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the WrestleMania ending with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. I'm pretty sure that was not supposed to go like that because it's not making sense. So how you just end WrestleMania
Okay,
like that
let's say
and then
that the Fatu Maivia family got a lot of stroke now. They got a lot of stroke.
agree?
They got more stroke than they've always had stroke being that particular wrestling family in New York City, but they got it
Uh,
at the table now, and
mhm.
they're using it to their full advantage.
Okay.
You got
So my
more Samoans on the roster right now than you've ever had, and you've got 5 or 6 of them on the roster being paid, and you ain't even seen them yet.
right. So with that being said, and TKO in charge now, how do you see them? How this playing out with them renegotiating Roman Reigns' contract, 15 million guaranteed contract?
I feel like he gonna come out with more years, and the money still gonna be all right. The problem that
Right.
TKO has now is he's the hottest thing in wrestling. What you gonna do? Send it? I said this when I seen it. You say no to 15 million, and Tony's like, I give him 30. I don't give a fuck. So
Right.
when you're dealing with another promoter who don't give a fuck because his pockets are deep as the Grand Canyon, how can you cut Roman Reigns?
That's that's a tough that's a tough
See,
cookie to
they
crack on that one.
played around with it to see how the backlash would be when they cut R-Truth, and then they cut Carlito the next day, and he didn't get no motherfucking backlash. Imagine if you cut Roman Reigns. The backlash is going to be phenomenal, but the fact that that day, the same day you cut him, Tony's going to give him $100 million. He got it. He don't give a fuck about it.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, he already got it.
Guaranteed.
Look at what he gave Will Ospreay. So
Right.
imagine what the fuck he would give Roman Reigns. And then you got 2/3 of the Shield right there. So now you kind of fucking, nah, I wouldn't do that.
Mm,
I mean, Tony can't book
agreed.
to save his life, but a blind squirrel can find a nut. You
Yeah, AEW. I don't be getting AEW booking and storylines. That's what really be confusing me with AEW sometimes. Like they'll have me leaning sometime, that have me reeled in sometime, and then I give it like another week later. I be confused. I'd be like, well, okay, what happened with this story? What going on now?
Yeah, they don't run the stores consistent. They'll do some shit, then they'll stop, then they'll start it back, and you be like, look, damn, I remember this from like 6 months ago. But see, he's still
Right,
young. He's still trying to learn how to do this shit on his own, though. He ain't really listening to nobody. He just making his mistakes in public.
right. Now I can totally agree on
And
that
he make
because that whole CM Punk situation was so unprofessional.
yeah, but he making him see he's still making money while he making his mistakes, so it ain't costing him nothing. But that CM Punk shit, I don't know how you supposed to do that because
I don't,
Phil Brooks think he's bigger than wrestling. So
right,
when you got Phil Brooks, the biggest star in your company, there is now another star on his level. He gonna act the fucking fool. When he got,
right,
as soon as he got back over there with Roman Reigns and Joe, what it is, damn, all the Fatus and fucking Seth Rollins and shit. He was like, yeah, I can't do that shit no more. He ain't choke nobody. Look, yeah, he knew what he can get away with. He knew Tony was gonna pay him. He knew he was his favorite. He was gonna run it up, and he ran it up. And the Young Bucks ran the fuck up out of that, just like they ran Cody. So how you feel about the Cena heel turn? Hello. Oh, let's see, do we lose him, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, bro. If you saying something, your audio went out. I'm gonna disconnect you and you can reconnect.